The given bar graph provides information about plastic recycling process. This is a beautiful image and I have only 40 seconds to speak about this image. Melting process and extrusion can also observed in this image. The washing process and shredding process can also be observed. I can also describe some multiple dust bins in this image. Granules are also described in this image. Multiple colors like Distribution of Harlequin ladybird is the main topic of this image. 2004 and 2005 values are observed on the left side of the image. Northern Sea and England countries are also observed in this image. Some black dots and red dots are also highlighted in this image. The maximum value which I can consider is about 100, and the minimum value is just likely as 0. To conclude, this image is very interesting and informative. The given image provides information about the rise of the smartphone. The following graph can just provide some very good information. I can also observe 2005 and 2010 values on the left side of the image. I can also describe some values like 2015 and 2020 in this image. There are many factors which I can conclude like smartphones and any. To conclude, this image is very interesting and informative. The number of US household smartphone is the main topic of this image. Dogs, cats, and freshwater fish are also observed on the left side of the image. 5 million and 42 million are also observed on the right side of the image. The maximum number is 100 and the minimum. This image is very interesting and informative. Library visits is the main topic of this image. 2015 and 2016 are also observed on the left side of the image. 2019 and 2020 are also observed on the right side of the image. The maximum number is 2020. The minimum number is 5. I can also conclude there are many highest and the lowest values in this image. Multiple colors like blue, black, and red are also observed in this image. And to conclude, this image is very interesting and informative. The market share of pet services and products is the main topic of this image. I can also describe pet healthcare and pet grooming in this image. Pet toys and pet foods are also highlighted in this image. Some multiple percentages like 20% and 30% are also highlighted in this image. I can also describe the maximum amount which is 100. I can also describe some minimum amount like 0. To conclude, this image is very interesting and informative. Amusement park is the main topic of this image. I can also describe multiple factors like castle and balloons in this image. There are many rides and roller coasters are also observed on the left side of the image. Some tents are also highlighted in this image. Some many rides and kids playing gardens are also observed in this image. The maximum amount which I can consider is 100. The minimum amount is 0. Multiple colors can also observed in this image like blue, black and red. To conclude, this image is very interesting and informative. Okay, so the next one is about the beach. I can also describe some many people on the beach. There are some many different factors like beach, mountains. I can observe. Beach is the main topic of this image. Some rides and boats are also observed on the left side of the image. Many people and mountain are also highlighted in this image. Many different houses and beautiful lake are also highlighted in this image. The maximum amount which I can consider is 100. The minimum amount which I can consider is 0. Multiple colors like blue, black and red are also observed in this image. To conclude, this image is very interesting and informative. You guys can also speak some many different values which that is no any specific value you can talk about, but you can just take whatever you want to pick. Okay, So the next one is about the e-state sales. The graph can represent the sales unit versus the regions in which the sales are happening right now. Okay, is not just based some values like 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, 300 are also given in this image, and multiple countries like New York, London, Tokyo, Paris and Sydney are also shown on the x-axis of this image. Okay, right? So we have to speak this. The topic of this image is like the estate sales will be our topic, main topic. Like, okay. So Apeuni will just give you the reliable score, but you just have to maintain your proper and pronunciation plus fluency, right? Okay. So the estate sales is the main topic of our image. New York, London, and Tokyo are also observed on the left side of this image. Paris and Sydney are also observed on the right side of the image. Multiple numbers like 50, 100, and 150 are highlighted in this image. 250 and 300 are also mentioned in this image. I can also consider the highest amount, which is 300. I can also consider the lowest amount, which is 0. Multiple colors like pink, yellow, cyan are also observed in this image. To conclude, this image is very interesting and informative, right? Pearson Academic PTEDescribeImage can also give you the valuable scores. So you just have to maintain your proper pronunciation, fluency, and just not to have the increase maximum speed. You just have to maintain the voice plus fixed speech tone. Okay, these all factors can contribute the great score in your exam, right? So our next image topic is pollutant emission, right? Manufacturing process, transportation process, construction process, agriculture, utilities, etc. are also given in this image, right? I can also observe the many values on the y-axis. Y-axis values are likely 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, 300, right? Emissions versus industrial sector. This graph is the mainly between the verses of this, right? So we have to pick the right topic, like pollutant emissions by industrial sector is the main topic of this image. Manufacturing and transportation are also observed on the left side of this image. Construction, agriculture and utilities are also observed on the right side of this image. Emissions and industrial sectors are also highlighted in this image. The maximum amount which I can consider is 300. The minimum amount which I can consider is 0. Multiple colors like blue, red and black and yellow are also highlighted in this image. To conclude, this image is very interesting and informative, right? So just pick this as you maintain your pronunciation and fluency. Just and maintaining the speed, air route, and passenger preferences analysis by air route. New York to London, New York to Paris, Los Angeles to Tokyo, San Francisco to Sydney, Boston to Berlin. 20, 40, 60, 80. Passenger preferences in the percentage will be our main topic of this image, right? Many countries like New York to London, New York to Paris, Los Angeles to Tokyo, Go to Sydney, Boston to Berlin are also highlighted in this image, right? You have to speak the highest values like 80, and the lowest value will be 0, right? You just have to pick the right amount at the right time with the right fluency, with the right pronunciation. Okay, PT academic, Pearson academic will not just consider the speed, it will just see your pronunciation level plus fluency level of the speaking, right? Okay. The air route and the passenger preferences are also shown on the according to the x-axis and y-axis, right? You just have to pick that. So passenger preference analysis by air route will be the main topic of our image, right? You just have to speak that. Okay. The maximum value which we can consider is 40, right? The minimum value we just already know, that is 0. The green coverage rate by city is the main topic of our image, right? Okay, multiple cities are also highlighted in this image, like Mexico, New York, London, and Paris. Okay, you just have to take the values according to that. Like Mexico City, New York, and London are also observed on the left side of this image. Sydney, Tokyo, and Paris are also observed on the right side of the image, right? The highest value is of the Sydney, which is 45 to 50 around, likely. Okay, Tokyo City contains the value of 20.